Yo, 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 what's going on, guys? It's your boy Jake and Khakis, and we're back on it playing some BO4. And it's kind of unfortunate, I guess, to come back to this game after playing the alpha for 2 days. It felt like a lot longer than 2 days for me, but um, yeah, I was just going over the game. It's been a little bit since I actually started playing BO4 again because after the alpha ended, I just kind of took a break from Call of Duty altogether. Mostly just because I was super hyped for Modern Warfare and really enjoyed the alpha for the game, and it was just kind of a um, an upsetting thing, I guess, for me to go back to BO4. So I definitely took a little bit of a break. But coming back, I decided that I was going to go over some stuff and kind of give out some tips and tricks for this game as it's coming into more of the end of its life now. It's been out for almost an entire year now, so it is definitely getting older. But a couple things that I figured I'd go over with you guys is things to keep in mind when you're playing Call of Duty, just in general. If you play Call of Duty a lot and you want to get better, there's certain walls or certain barriers that you're gonna have to break through just to, kind of move up, I guess, to the next level. I don't have the best stats in the game for sure, but every time I play, I try and work on one thing, and that's one of the things I wanted to go over is set yourself a goal to work on each time you play. So if you hop on and, your aiming is on point and you want to, get something done, but you're having a really good game, why not try and go for, you know, a really high kill streak, or go for the high kill streaks and maybe try and get like a quad feed or something like that. Those are goals to set for yourself. That's kind of, something that I would recommend. Another thing that I would try and do is give yourself plenty of time to practice. Don't just practice online with players, because sometimes, you know, people can, it can be server problems, or it could be lag issues, or whatever it is. It's not always necessarily the best to practice online, so definitely don't be afraid to hop offline, play with some, whatever difficulty bots that you play with, and just put in some practice time. And I recommend doing that if you're going to do some bot practice. I recommend doing that before you go online. That way you're kind of warmed up before you move on to online. Um, and another thing to keep in mind is don't worry about what other people are using or what other people are doing in game. I see a lot of players that, just get really, really upset and start, yelling, and, they just work themselves up, and they're working themselves up because somebody's using a gun that they don't like, or, they're playing a certain way that they don't like, or whatever it might be. Just don't worry about what other people are doing in the game and focus on your game and your stuff. Why get all upset because some dude's sitting in a corner when, you keep going over there trying to kill the guy and he's just sitting in that same corner, when you could have been, running on the other side of the map where he's not going to be trying to kill other people. So that's another thing I would say to keep in mind. And just remember that everyone in the game is good in their own way. Now, some people might, disagree with that. Some people might say, oh, well, sitting in the corner is just complete bullshit, and they need to, make a patch or set up something to where people can't sit in the corners anymore, and blah, blah, blah. Well, why do you care? Why does it matter if somebody's sitting in the corner? Does it really affect you that guy is sitting in the corner? Not really. I mean, yeah, you might lose the game, you might get a couple of kills on you or something, but realistically, that guy doesn't matter. So why do you care? And definitely play things that are outside your comfort zone. Now, let's say, for example, you're a TDM player. A lot of people play TDM, and they strictly play TDM, which, if you enjoy doing that, totally cool. I wouldn't say it's casual necessarily to play TDM and just play TDM, because a lot of people like that. So definitely play what you like to do. Don't necessarily take this for, this is something you have to do in order to get better at Call of Duty. You could definitely play TDM every day and, get better that way. But these are just some tips I would give in general to players that are looking to progress. And definitely, if you're looking at, let's say moving to more of like the MLG, GB, fucking scrim kind of area of the game, you're definitely going to want to learn your hard points, your domination, rotations, and definitely play search. A lot of people underrate search and won't play it because there's no respawn and stuff like that. It definitely makes you a better player. If you can get good at search, you are pretty much a good player. Like, so there's some people that are just good at search and not good at respawns, and then there's some people that are just good at spawns and not so good at search. So definitely figure out what your weaknesses are and your strengths, and try and make those weaknesses strengths of yours, because that's another good way to make yourself better at the game. And definitely play with a variety of weapons. But once you've used, let's say you play 2 games with the ICR, and then 2 games with the Maddox, and then 2 games with, the Cordite, whatever you're using, definitely play a couple games with a variety of weapons. Find what works best for your play style, and choose a gun. I see a lot of YouTubers, they'll go and they'll be like, all right, this is the God class right here. This is the class that you need to play with if you want to be the best player. And that's just not true. That's not how it works. You can't just put attachments on a gun and then you're the best player. And that does work in some senses, meaning like some guns are just super overpowered with certain attachment setups and stuff like that. But again, I think that that's just kind of undercutting players that are good with certain weapons. There's probably somebody out there that's like just amazing with the Strife, and I suck with it. It's just one of those guns. But that's why I say go through a variety of weapons, find what works best for you, and just try and make it what it is. I enjoy playing a lot with the Cordite, and the Maddox is pretty cool. SOG is definitely delicious. We got ICR, that's pretty solid. Definitely a very straight shooter, and I like the Damon, even though a lot of people talk trash on it. Favorite gun has to be the Peacekeeper, of course. This gun is just amazing. And we just got that MK2 variant. It's looking nice and sexy on there. The SWAT is another favorite of mine. Kind of reminds me of like the M4A1 of this game. Maybe an ICR, or I'm sorry, an ACR. Like the ICR, I think is supposed to be the ACR's new version, but this is kind of like the M4A1 mixed with a ACR, so it's really solid. I just have some random classes and stuff, but again, go through and find a variety of weapons that you like. Don't just play assault rifles. Don't just play submachine guns, because assault rifles are definitely, I would consider, the top tier of classes when it comes to create a class for this game. But overall, I think that if you want to be the best player that you can be in this game, and I would suggest making classes for medium to long range, medium to short range, long range, and short range. That's your best bet. You don't want to just have a class that's going to be primarily good for medium to long range, because if you are playing maps that are short range, to medium range maps, you're going to get upset because you're going to get outgunned quite frequently by somebody that might be using a Spitfire while you're using, I don't know, a sniper, for example. I don't know what would be a medium to long range class off the top of my head, but it's just one of those things. You just got to think about it and really try and come up with classes that work best with your play style. And I've never seen somebody just make a video where it's giving solid tips to newer players, and that's not necessarily what this video is going to be about. I'm definitely going to be playing, but I figured I'll go over a couple things that I've picked up from playing this game for 5 years plus, and just things that I would recommend people to do. And I just backed to the home screen on accident. But those are some of the things I would keep in mind. And again, I would definitely, if you're a TDM only player, try and find at least one objective based game mode that maybe you don't like as much as TDM, but you enjoy playing, because it's a game. You should be enjoying what you're doing. You don't want to just play something that you hate. But I would say keep your mind open to playing different game modes, because just playing TDM, again, do what you want, but just playing TDM is not necessarily the best way, I think, to progress as a player, because TDM is where I would say at least 60% of most players play just TDM, and that's probably a high estimate, but realistically, I mean, TDM has always been the most played game mode, and it's because people like to just hop on and play and not really think about what they're doing necessarily. They just like to go and get kills and then be done. But I've seen some insane players come out of free for all. Some of the best players in the game are strong search and destroy players, and there's also obviously players that are really really good with the hardcore game modes. But I personally, my favorites to play objective gameplays, or game modes, excuse me. I really like Safeguard. It's a little glitchy, definitely has some problems, but it's a lot of fun. And I don't know, I just really enjoy that. Domination is a whole hell of a lot of fun. Now, it can get a little bit upsetting or frustrating, if you will, when your team isn't the best, I guess, is a light way of saying it. Sometimes you can definitely get screwed in domination just by having not the best team. But I think that goes with most objective game modes, especially like, you know, um, things where it's hold points, like hard point domination, those kind of things, control, those kind of game modes. Because your spawns depend on how good your team is at rotations and holding lanes, essentially. So that's just another thing to keep in mind. Now, there's obviously some differences between game modes, and I don't see a lot of people talking about this either. So, domination, the majority of domination players that are really good at domination, there's two aspects I think that make a good domination player. And that's one, learning spawns and rotation, and two, predicting where your team, or I'm sorry, your enemy is going to go, because those are probably the primary two attributes I would say that make a domination player great. Now, some people are just naturally good and just can go in there no matter where they're at, make the best of every situation. But if you want to progress as a player and you're not necessarily, you're about average, if not a little bit below average player, the best way to go about it is play domination with a couple buddies if you have people that play, and if not, check out Discord or other services that offer the ability to link up with players, such as the MLG website or Discord, and find some people that are, just looking for people to play with, and hop on with some buddies, play some domination, work some strategies out with your teammates or your buddies, and just kind of learn maps, because that's kind of important as well. And that's something I didn't touch was if you want to get good at any Call of Duty game, the first thing that you need to do is learn the maps. Not necessarily, I'm not saying you have to know where every little fucking speck of everything in the map is, but you should have a general idea of the entire layout of most of the maps that are commonly played. Meaning, not necessarily DLC maps, because not everyone has those, but definitely learn core maps. And for TDM, it's all about spawns. If you know where the spawns are, depending on the location of you and your teammates, you can't lose, essentially. You can get outgunned or, make a mistake and somebody spawns somewhere where you weren't expecting it. But if you learn spawns very well, TDM is all about spawns and controlling them and learning where the spawns are dependent on where you and the location of your teammates are. And spawn manipulation, essentially. Domination is all about rotation with a little bit of spawns, but mostly learning rotation and when to push, when to hold, and what lanes to hold. Hardpoint is all about rotation. You need to know where it's going to be before it is at the next spawn location for the hardpoint. And that's the best way to get good at hardpoint. Now, personally, I am not very good at hardpoint. I'm not going to lie. I'm really bad at, learning where the next thing is going to be, the hardpoint is going to be, and I just never can remember it because I'm too focused on trying to play the game and trying to, deal with everything that's going on directly in front of me while I'm playing the game, and not necessarily, in the back of my mind trying to keep in mind where the hard point is, and sometimes that, causes me to get kind of messed up while I'm trying to play hardpoint. So hardpoint is definitely not my game mode yet. I'm definitely working on hardpoint. And search and destroy, I don't have any tips and tricks for search and destroy as I am not a search and destroy player. I'm trying to get into it, but it's just one of those game modes where I'm just really bad at it. And, I've just always been a respawn player. I've never really played game modes that were no respawn just because I enjoy, not having to worry if I'm going to die or not. That's kind of like a huge thing in search and destroy. But I definitely am not the person that is qualified enough to give any tips for search and destroy because really I don't know S&D well enough to be like, well, you should just do this and, do this and do this. I'm not that guy. So, sorry. Don't have tips for that. Kill confirmed. It's a lot. It's basically just TDM essentially. There's a couple of things that I would recommend, but I don't play a lot of kill confirmed. Not because I don't like it, just because it's just not my game mode. I prefer something that isn't like if I'm going to play a game where I'm just trying to get kills, I'll play TDM. I don't like the whole I don't know. I'm just not huge on the kill confirm. But things I would keep in mind is know when to go for the tags, know when to not go for the tags, and wait for a person to try and get your tags. And it's also similar to TDM with the spawn manipulation and learning spawns depending on the location of your team. But again, kill confirmed isn't my game mode either. So yeah, control I haven't really touched. I'm not going to try and give tips for control, but it's essentially a hard point, but there's two hard points that don't move. So yeah. Heist, I have not played Heist. So, I think I played like a total of maybe 6 rounds. So, I'm not going to try and give tips for that either. Free-for-all, the only tips I could really give for free-for-all players or people that are trying to get into free-for-all is to practice free-for-all offline and get used to basically feeling like you're always being on edge while you're playing free for all, because basically the spawns are that they will literally spawn people in the same spots, so knowing spawns is kind of important, but essentially you have to worry about people coming from any direction at all points in time. So if you're trying to become a more accurate shooter or trying to get better at your reaction times, I definitely think that free-for-all would be the way to go. Just because it's one of those game modes where it's definitely difficult. And not only that, but because you don't have any team, if you're not necessarily the best player, you're probably not going to be winning very often. But another thing to keep in mind is you're not always going to win in Call of Duty. It's not one of those game modes or one of those games where you can just hop on and be the best player. It takes a lot of practice, a lot of time, and a lot of dedication to really get good at it. No Call of Duty player that I know of is just amazing 100% of the time. There's obviously those guys like Scumpy and Dashy and TP and Agony and all those guys, the pro players. But keep in mind, those guys have been playing these games, if not 5 to 10 years longer, and other games that are similar, and that's what they do constantly, is just play the first person shooters. They have really good teammates that they practice with and run, different strategies, and give tips and tricks between each other and stuff like that. That's how they got so good. It was playing so many different matches, so many different players, learning different play styles, learning how to predict where your enemy is going to go, pre-aiming, learning game mechanics. Those are all the things that general players and new players need to learn about. But again, this video is not made for me to just talk and rant about how to be a better Call of Duty player. I just want to touch on a couple of things that I would recommend to players that are either coming onto the game for the first time, or are a little bit newer and looking for some helpful things to keep in mind. They're not necessarily even tips or tricks, it's just things to keep in mind about the game that I wasn't told and I don't really see a lot of people talking about. So that's just some stuff to keep in mind. I'm going to take a quick intermission here, and then when I get back, we will hop on some domination. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Sorry about the long intermission. We are back. We're going to hop into some pub matches here. We're going to start off in some TDM, and then we'll move over to domination after we play a couple rounds of TDM. Alrighty. Well, for some reason it won't let me pull up my streams recently. I don't know why it's doing that. It's kind of annoying. But it just says video unavailable for me, so yeah, that's fun. Alright, boys, let's hop in. Somebody stole my Reaper. Okay, there we go. I'm doing this recently. It's taking the Reaper, man. Alright, let's go battery then. Oh yeah, I was using this gun with 5 attachments, but I already have the camo for it, so we're just going for 5. What is it? 5 streaks, 5 times. I think I need like 2 more or something. Good kills, good kills. Damn, I thought somebody was watching the left. There's probably somebody pushing on this right, so let's see. Someone's watching our spawn.
Torque down. Cluster nade available.
Here they come.
Cluster grenade going out.
That was a good kill, man. You can't underestimate the can in this game. It's really strong.
Sit rep. Hostile care package above.
Nice little 2-piece there. New one right here.
Hostile UAV circling.
Assault unit down.
Solid kill. I wasn't expecting it. Right here.
She's toast. Fire break.
Total kill.
There we go. Damn it. Alright, we gotta watch this left.
Vector down.
Hostile care package inbound.
Mine made safe. Mesh mine made safe.
That guy was blind as hell. What is he, level
Enemy
1? Yeah.
CUAV established above.
Yeah, a CUAV and a UAV. Nice if my team could shoot those down, but... yeah. RK7 is just fucking overpowered, man. Damn it, I thought he pushed left.
I don't know that side.
Three of them on right. Let's see if we can get over there. Got two guys in Lambo. Let's try and push this up, boys.
Cluster grenade going out.
That guy's just, he has no idea what he's doing, man.
Razor wire cleared.
Battery removed.
Spectre down. Torque splashed.
Alright, I'm getting a little campy here, but I really want to get this 5 streak done with this gun, so...
Assault pack's down. Come get it.
They're gonna be right here.
Commence UAV surveillance. Target removed.
Spectre KIA.
UAV standing by.
UAV above, commencing surveillance operations.
Two of them right here.
Clean kill.
CUAV available.
UAV perimeter established. Angels 10.
Alright, spawn flipped.
In position. ECM deployed.
There it is. We get the camo? Yeah,
UAV
gold for it,
mission
baby.
timeline 50% check.
Cluster grenade. Enjoy.
Sentry awaiting orders. CUAV has left mission area.
Let's rock. Mesh mine destroyed.
Assault pack's down. Come get it.
Now we're
UAV
going
available
on
for
streets.
tasking.
CXD deployed.
UAV established overhead. We have the advantage.
CUAV available.
Drone above. Counter surveillance active.
They're gone.
Your UAV
Hostile
has been
UAV
destroyed.
circling.
Your CUAV has been destroyed.
Alright.
Splash.
Another sentry.
Sentry awaiting orders.
They're gonna be over here.
Crash eliminated.
It's a lot closer than I would like it to be, game. I'm kind of low on ammo, so I have to be careful here. Pick up this Maddox. Uh-oh. Misread. Right here. Alright, they're crossing on the far right. So they're gonna be right here. I guess he pushed back in through mid.
Fire break requisitioning care package.
It looks like they're camping it up in here.
Deploy UAV on this unit's beacon. RCXD going out.
Camping below here. Saw that coming. They got pinched there, but whatever.
Enemy
Nice little
UAV
streak.
above.
Got one too, guys.
Let's rock.
Alright, they're gonna be coming on this right side probably, but I'm gonna push straight through mid. No, they're all camping in spawn.
Don't get complacent. Finish the mission.
That's
Go.
a kill.
Easy kills there.
They're gone.
Counter back up. Nope, cleared it. It's gonna flip.
MTC is dry. Give it all you
Coming
got.
around the backside here. Oh, he pushed back out. Nice.
AO
And that's how you do
pacified.
it, boys.
Government forces take the win.
This is one of my better maps, so obviously I was going to drop something nice. But again, TDM is all about learning spawns, learning spawn rotation, and, you know, just having fun with it. You know, it's TDM. Don't take it too serious, man.
They're gone.
Especially because I think most of the people that play TDM are just average players, if not a little bit better, a little bit lower. So, you know, it's easy to get into TDM, kind of get into the swing of things once you've played a couple rounds and kind of learned a couple maps. And everybody definitely has their favorite, quote-unquote, or better maps, and then there's the not-so-good maps. And I think that's true to everyone. So, let's say you just primarily just want to play TDM. Totally dope. Do you boo-boo. Do your thing. Totally. But what I would say is practice on the maps that you're bad with in TDM if you want to get better. And that's as solid advice as I can give to any player that wants to progress is find something that you're not good at and do it until you're good at it. Because I guarantee you you will thank me later for that small bit of advice right there. So I'm gonna clear that MX9 class because we got that gold. Alright, so this is one of
Thank
my
you
better
for
maps as
choosing
well,
this
so hopefully we
fine
get something
lessons
nasty
model.
going here. Cordite is probably going to be my gun, but I don't know, I'm kind of feeling being dirty and going with Damon. Plus then I can use the Nefo if I really want to piss people off. But, I mean, I still have a lot of progress to work on for the SOGs, so we might do that. But let's just start off with the Cordite and we'll see where it goes. The thing I like the most about the Cordite though is the
Team
amount of ammo you
deathmatch.
get. You get 90 bullets in your clip, and I believe it's a
Buckle up,
4 or
buttercups.
5 shot kill.
Government forces are
So
inbound.
it's a pretty solid weapon, and you know, nice rate of
Taking
fire.
control.
Only thing that's a little wonky for me is the recoil of it. It's a little bit weird.
Lost the advantage.
Oh wow! Smacked by the level 1. Oh sorry, level 2. Gonna be right here. Good kill his teammate. Grab this Hades for later. Did you give me the assist on that? How?
We're pulled ahead.
UAV available for task.
kids are bad, man.
UAV established overhead.
They're not gonna push. There's 3 of you and 1 of me. Somebody push. Alright, there you go, boys.
Electronic
Just wanted one more so I could get my counter. They're not giving it to me, man.
timeline 50% expended. Midway fuel check complete.
Stealing my kills, man. It's not cool. Oh, I got stuns. These kids are fucking weenies, man. Look at this kid. A Master Prestige camping in your spawn, dude.
UAV available.
Get the care package inbound on my grid.
Sentry available.
Alright, now they're spawning on the other side. There might be a couple people left. Idiot.
TACOM, commence
And
lightning
right
strike.
side. Question mark.
Commence UAV surveillance.
Nice, triple kill. Okay, you should have been dead, sir. Nice kills, nice kills. Dropping 6-0 on these kids? Holy shnikes.
In return, sensors are
Alright,
captured.
set the sentry. We really want to set it up in mid.
CUAV established overhead.
This guy is trying too hard to push this side, man. Gonna be right here. Cut out.
Energy levels 50% depleted.
UAV has been destroyed. You see UAV has been destroyed.
Love it when they walk into my bullets. It's delicious.
Initiate Hellstorm launch sequence.
Get him, sentry.
Sentry destroyed.
That was quick.
Deploy.
Oh, you fucked up, buddy. You fucked up, buddy. Oh shit. Before I could get out of the way. Oh, these guys, man.
Hostile TAC deploy beacon online.
Let's flank this guy with the minigun. Nice try, bud.
Running ice pick.
And these
Enemy
guys,
TAC
man.
deploy beacon destroyed.
Takes their whole fucking team coming from every direction just to kill me, man. Oh, nice, nice. That was a solid kill. Had me on the range on that one. Gonna be right here. 3, 2, 1. I was trying to get him in the head, but you can see the gun kind of shoots in 2 different directions. I'm gonna reload because this guy has no idea what he's doing. Oh, got me from behind. Nice kill, nice kill. Oh, the stun went off after he killed me, man. I hate when that happens. And I got my minigun again, but I'm saving it for the time being. Alright, let's take out this guy in the window. Oh my god, I did it to him again, dude. He's so mad, dude. I would be so mad. This Guy's in the staircase right here. Oh, it's a fucking dog.
UAV standing by.
Stole my kill, bro.
Enemy RCXD in your AO. See UAV available.
Here it comes.
Sentry awaiting orders.
Position. ECM deployed. UAV established overhead.
Damn, good hits, good hits. Almost dropped me there. I tried to find the guy that I stunned. I didn't know where he went.
50% expended.
Hostiles have destroyed your CUAV. Sit rep. Hostile care package.
Come on, sentry gun. What are you doing? AFKing? Uh-oh, he finally got his gun. That dude is so bad, dude. I've killed him while he had his minigun like 4 times.
Enemy hellstorm detected.
Not today, Cletus. Oh, I ran out of ammo? I have 90 bullets. How did I run out of ammo? This game, man, sometimes... That was my fault for not checking, but...
Victory's close. Reach
What are
out.
these guys doing? Aw, that's what I died to, man? Come on. I wanted to drop at least 60 kills this game, but whatever. It's easy to try good in TDM. Fucking die, dude. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. That's the game right there. That's gonna be the cam.
What we were paid to do.
Dropped 53. I was hoping for at least 60, but we didn't make it, boys. Got that dirty no aim, and then fucking... This dude doesn't die for some fucking reason on the right, but... Got the triple hit with the stun. And dropped all 3. So that was pretty nice. Sorry, I had to clip that because that was clippable. Nice little triple bang camo. So we're gonna switch over to Dom. I'll play 1 round of Dom and then we'll probably call it there. Give you guys plenty of useful tips. So going back over everything, everyone's good in their own way. Keep that in mind. Don't worry about what other people are doing. Just try and focus on your game. Try not to get too upset. If you get angry, just take a break. You know, it's really hard to do sometimes, especially when people are pissing you off, but you know, a huge thing is just keeping calm. You start fucking playing like shit because you're mad, it's just gonna make you more mad. So, just something to keep in mind there. You have to practice to get better, and you have to practice. And when I'm saying practice, I'm not just saying go into multiplayer lobbies and play TDM for fucking 9 hours straight. That shit is just, it's not gonna make you a better player just to play a shit ton. And that's kind of a misconception. You have to practice, set goals, understand what your goals are, meet your goals, and set new ones. Those are huge. And then play things outside of your comfort zone. Don't just play TDM 24/7, 12 hours a week, or 12 hours a day, every day for a week, every week. And if you do that, that's awesome. Do you? But definitely try things that are outside of your comfort zone, whether that be new weapons or new strategies or, you know, whatever it is. Just, you know, try things that are outside of your comfort zone. It'll make you a better player to understand the full spectrum of the game, not just, you know, oh, I'm good with the Cordite, so I use the Cordite every game, and I have a million kills with the Cordite, and then I have like fucking 3 kills with every other gun. So, you know,
Systems online.
if you have your favorite gun, then you know that you're good with that gun. Try and work on other guns too. Get better with those guns, but still have your class with your favorite gun. So that way, if you're getting shit on, somebody's pissing you off, you pull out your good gun and be like, see, I'm not bad, bro. I got my good gun, but I'm just trying to, you know, work on my shit. And that's kind of going into the last thing, which was play with a variety of weapons. You know, those are kind of interchangeable there.
Taking C.
We're gonna play some Dom. This is a
Charlie
really
secure.
nice map. Got my best
We
kill
pulled
game
ahead.
on stream, by the way. If you want to check that out on
Enemy
this map,
has
so
Alpha.
dig this map.
Captured the objectives.
Nice. M16 is very strong. I can't wait to get that thing. Alright, so we got left side held. They're probably going to be right here.
Taking Bravo. Bravo secure.
UAV available for tasking.
Damn it. Good kills.
Losing
Layout
Charlie.
in place.
Electronic countermeasures active.
Securing A.
UAV above.
Enemy has C.
Your UAV has been destroyed.
Alpha
So
secure.
YY cancel kill there.
Your CUAV has been destroyed.
Aw, I was going to pick up the M16. I got fucking smacked.
Losing
And
Bravo.
he's still over here. Got me a SOG over here. Yeah, there's no way. I got fucking double team there. There's nothing much I could do.
Securing
I
C.
guess they're spawn flipping. I don't know, I'm not really sure what they're doing. Guy over here by B though. On the balcony, he's gonna pinch me. And then I got one from the alley. They're all over it. My team is playing like weenies. They're not pushing.
Enemy UAV above. Losing Bravo.
I think they just can't push it because it's bad.
We lost B.
Oh, I can't wait for Modern Warfare, where I can actually see when they're doing bullshit like that. Actually move
Enemy
when they're doing
Hellstorm detected.
concussions.
Securing Bravo.
Yeah, you want to get B? Let's get this balcony. Oh. Nice.
Hostile UAV circling.
I was trying to blow the car up, but I forgot that it takes a year and a half and
Enemy lightning
fucking
strike radar
500
detected.
bullets just to blow up a car in this game.
Enemy lightning strike inbound.
God damn, this dude's dropping streaks, man.
Tracking enemy sniper's nest overhead. We've
Gotta get
lost
this
control.
guy off the balcony.
Taking Bravo.
Let's get him with this. A little bit easier. What are you shooting at, man? God damn it. I would die to that. Alright, let's shoot that shit down. Where's it at?
Warning.
Taking C. Losing A.
Hostile sniper's nest.
It still needs one hit.
They're dominating us. Go on the offensive.
God damn it, I'm dead. Oh, he threw it after a...
Securing Alpha.
That's riding.
Hostile UAV circling. A locked down.
Effect. Enemies destroyed. Deploying scythe.
Losing Alpha.
Die, dude. How many bullets? It's supposed to be a
Taking
two-shot
UAV
kill.
available for
Win the
tasking.
next round.
I'm just saving streaks for the next round.
Take those positions.
We're obviously gonna win this round.
C locked down.
Fuck you.
One read.
Sentry available.
Oh, I have the rocket launcher class. What am I gonna do with this? No ammo and a rocket launcher. Let's pick up this SOG.
Securing A.
Yeah, it's
Halftime.
over. Alright. So, at, what is it? I think it's this dude. He's dropping
This is
shit
a
with that
0
fucking...
week. Step it
Oh yeah,
up.
this is a nice cam. That dirty kill right there. Not sure how I killed that. Oh yeah. So my teammate got that guy. I got the guy on the left, and there's one right here. Take him out on that dirty.
Secure the objectives.
Why am I playing with this?
Taking Alpha. Enemy took Charlie. A secure.
Commence the UAV sweep.
Oh, you bitch. I thought he was gonna do that, but I was gonna spray.
Taking Charlie.
This.
Midway fuel check complete.
C secure.
Hostiles have destroyed your CUAV.
Losing Alpha.
Nothing I could do in range there. You had me beat.
Hostile UAV circling.
Capture your objective.
He's just
Enemy
camping
took
that
Alpha.
building up, man. This dude still has it?
Hostile
How
care
long does that
package
shit
above.
last?
Firing sensor dart.
Alright, I need to get
Multiple
this dude out
hostile
of this
UAVs
building so we
operating.
can get B. This dude's camping over here.
UAV mission timeline 50% expended.
Buddy.
Enemy Hellstorm detected.
Oh. Nope, nope, nope,
Your
nope.
sentry has been disabled.
Oh, my sentry.
Hostiles have established multiple UAVs. Alpha locked down. Enemy lightning strike radar detected.
Damn it, ran out of ammo.
Losing A. Enemy lightning strike
Yeah, I don't
inbound.
think they were gonna win this one. Team has no idea what they're doing.
Lost A. Tracking enemy sniper's nest overhead. Hostile system intrusion has been detected.
Nice kill, nice kill. This dude is good, man. I think that guy and the guy with the M16 holding the building are really the only reason why they're winning right now.
Taking Alpha. We're being dominated. Get aggressive.
Sniper's nest defanged. Repeat. Sniper's nest
Alpha secure.
exiting mission area. Shooters down. Bugging out. Sniper's nest defanged. Repeat. Sniper's nest defanged. Exiting mission area.
He's trying to fucking shoot punch me. Which is a good strat.
Securing Charlie.
Yeah, the only way we're really gonna win now is if we cap 2 and hold them for the rest of the game, and I don't see that
Losing
happening.
Alpha. Sensor going live. Securing Bravo. Enemy took A. Losing Charlie. Securing A. B secure. Enemy has Charlie. A locked down. Hostile UAV circling. Multiple hostile UAVs operating. Losing A. Hostile care package inbound. Lost A.
3 of them? Oh, jeez.
Taking A.
UAV standing by.
UAV above. Commencing.
Alpha locked down.
CUAV standing by.
Losing B. Taking C. Lost Bravo.
50% time check.
C locked down.
In the turn, sensors will capture your objective. CUAV established overhead.
Firing sensor dart.
Hostiles have destroyed your UAV. Sentry
Losing
available.
CUAV mission timeline 50% check.
Your UAV has been destroyed.
Taking Bravo.
Hostiles have
Enemy took
destroyed your
Alpha.
CUAV.
Bravo secure.
dude is such a fucking weenie, man.
Sentry destroyed.
Mission goals are in sight. Bring it home. Losing Bravo.
Hostile talk wasted.
Securing A.
Outrider requesting care package release.
UAV available for tasking.
UAV established overhead.
UAV standing
Oh,
by.
good kill. Couldn't react
UAV
just
mission
quick
timeline
enough.
50% expended. In position. ECM deployed.
This game is too close to over.
Hostiles have destroyed your
We
UAV.
might catch it, but I don't think that we will.
Taking A.
Let's get this one too.
CUAV energy reserves at 50%.
Yeah, I didn't think so. We got close
That's a
though.
hard fail.
42 and 18. I can't really complain. Pretty good game for me. I think I'm gonna end the stream here on my lose streak since we got 2 easy wins on TDM. But again, just practice, set those goals, play outside of your comfort zone, and look forward to the next Call of Duty because this one's almost over. Enjoy it while it lasts, and if you enjoy Blackout, get it in while you can because I have a feeling that it is about to die with the new game. I see the new game being the next Modern Warfare 2 grade game where it's Modern Warfare meets Ghost in a good way, and the game is just, it's super balanced. It's going to be a whole hell of a lot of fun. Really looking forward to 20v20s is what I keep hearing people talk about. Again, I haven't really looked up very much of the game, and the only stuff that I can speak to is from my experience on the alpha, and of course I played the fucking shit out of the alpha, but you know, I'll see you guys in the beta for sure on August 12th. Or I'm sorry, August 12th, September 12th, and of course we're going to be looking forward to that. Expect a slower upload for the time being for Black Ops 4 just because I really am to the point where I'm almost done with this game. I'm probably still going to be playing it, and of course I will still be making videos, and I wanted to make a shout out to my new subscribers. We just hit 50. I appreciate the fuck out of all of you guys. Thanks for checking out the videos, and of course if you do like this video, leave a like. Of course, my name is Jake and Khakis, and this has just been kind of me ranting, going off, just trying to get tips and tricks and stuff like that. So stuff that I would consider that you guys should work on if you want to take Call of Duty to the next level. And of course, as always, stay beautiful, and I will see you guys in the next video.